Well, I mean, we were talking about your realization and how that occurred and the manifestations of that, and so definitely it makes sense that what you just said, in traditional Hindu terms, it would be the mother,
Mm-hmm.
or the Shakti,
The Shakti, yeah.
or the dynamic force of the universe,
Yes.
or the energetic force,
Mm-hmm.
which is really all manifestation,
Right.
is has been awakened
Yes.
for you to that you not it she doesn't just serve,
Mm-hmm.
but there is an interaction where you're a vehicle, if you will.
Right.
But then you have the male principle of consciousness,
Right.
also activated in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At some point, I began saying to people, and this I think somewhat recently, that looking back at Adida's life, to me, part of the meaning of the awakening in the Vedanta temple was that too was a mutual next unfolding.
Right, absolutely.
And in some ways my feeling after leaving, because he had always taught us, and you can interpret this however you will, but he had always, his open teaching was only I, the great divine guru, and I don't mean those words facetiously or as a put down,
No.
literally,
Right.
I am that one, only I can deal with her. For all the rest of you, her allurements are far too fascinating. You won't be able to discern. So I'm the Shiva force in the field here, and I am completely in communion with her. You surrender to me, and you will get her blessing as well.
Right.
But every now and again, someone, I remember a couple of stories of guys in the more or less inner circles, who would report curious little moments, whether a dream vision or something that happened with a woman that was way more than just an ordinary encounter, and Adida would say, that was her. She's sniffing around you guys. And so there was just enough of that signal.
Well, I remember one Leela, somebody told him that story, and he said, well, did you fuck her? And
Yeah.
he said, no. He said, you blew it.
Right. You idiot! Why didn't you? If only you had done it. So I remembered that. You see, I remembered that kind of thing, and so what I came to feel was, okay, this whole thing is a great esoteric dance here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she showed up dancing with me in a particular way, and I'm just given over to that. And at one point, I had many dreams over the years with him. My relationship with him essentially shifted onto the psychic and subtler plane. I remember one point I kind of came to my awareness in a dream right in the middle of a firestorm. And I realized there's nowhere to go. And his presence came up against mine. There wasn't anybody there, but there was clearly his presence, and there was a kind of a telepathic communication. And he was essentially saying, that's right, if this is what you're choosing, it's a firestorm, there's nowhere to go. And he said, I get that you're free to dance however you want.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So am I.
I mean, that's almost like some of the stories like he and Neem Crowley Baba, or meeting on the subtle plane.
Well, wherever the meeting was, that was an important moment. And so over the years, I mean, one of the things that happened that I think has been a great gift to my work is that I wasn't lineage beholden. I was free, because I didn't even have a letter from Baba Muktananda.
Right.
I mean, clearly I was officially in disgrace, and I mean that's officially, and I was free to choose to do whatever I was moved to do. I didn't have the benefit of the traditional credentializing lineage imprimatur, but I also didn't have the constraints, and that, it turned out, I think has been extremely important because in some ways some new things appear to be emerging here that we've been very careful to try to steward and see what they make possible for those who can be moved to partake.